Hey guys, this is MusicTechHelpGuy, and today I want to show you how to create alternating hi-hat rhythms in a trap beat in Logic Pro 10. So those really fast alternating hi-hat rhythms that seem to go from a quarter note to an eighth note to a 16th note, 32nd note, and everything in between, and how to easily create those changes without having to type in the notes individually. So what I've got here is just basically an 808 kick and snare clap idea. I'm just using the hip-hop slide kit in Ultra Beat for this, and I just separated the kick from the clap and the snare. So this is what this sounds like right now. All right, I don't know what that sounds like on your end, but that thing is rattling my whole house. My sub is rattling my whole house. So in addition to that, I've just got this one hi-hat note, and this is just from it's another Ultra Beat kit. It's called the Hit Machine, and it's the close hi-hat in the Hit Machine. And I've just got one instance of the note, and it's happening on every quarter note. One way to do this is to go in and you can literally just type in the notes in the piano roll and switch your grid back and forth between 16th notes and a triplet grid, but that takes a lot of time. Let's find an easier way to do this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use the note repeater MIDI effects plugin to do this. So I'm going to assign the note repeater to my hi-hat track. And what the note repeater does is it does exactly what it sounds like. It repeats notes. So right now I have my delay set to an eighth note, whereas my original was just a quarter note. You know, one hi-hat hit per beat. If I put this on an eighth note, it sounds like this. Now the thing is, I've got my repeats on 3. If I want 2 eighth notes in the space of 1 quarter note, I only need 1 repeat, which is essentially 2 notes. Just like so. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate our hi-hat track a bunch of times and get a bunch of different note repeat settings. The ones I find that are in most trap music are the quarter note, which is basically as is, eighth note triplet, so 1/8T, 16th notes, and 16th note triplets. Now, occasionally it'll go up to 32nd notes, but that's really, really fast. So we'll see if we actually want to use that or not. On our very first track here, we're going to take the note repeater off, and we're going to duplicate this track. I want one for quarter note, one for eighth note, one for eighth note triplet, one for 16th and 16th note triplet. So we're going to duplicate this hi-hat track 4 times. There we go. And to duplicate a track, you just click right here. So this is going to be hi-hat quarter. This is going to be hi-hat eighth. This is going to be hi-hat eighth note triplet. This is going to be hi-hat 16th. And this is going to be hi-hat 1/16th triplet. Apparently I created one too many, so we'll delete that last one. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go into each one of these and add the note repeater for its note repeat value, for its rhythmic value. So the eighth note here, we'll go into MIDI effects, go to note repeater, and we'll set this to an eighth note. For eighth notes, we want this to be 1 repeat per beat, basically, so 2 notes per beat. For a eighth note triplet, let's go assign that again, and this one's going to be eighth note triplet, 1/8T. This we want 3 notes total, so 2 repeats per beat. 16th note, we'll do the same thing, add the note repeater, set the delay time to a 16th note. For this, we want 4 total notes, so 3 repeats per bar. And then a 16th note triplet, we'll do the same thing. Pull this up to 16T. And for this, we want 6 total notes per beat, so 5 repeats. Now, if you don't quite understand rhythm, just follow what I'm doing and it'll work, but just keep in mind that if you understand the basic concepts of rhythm and how that works, it will make life a lot easier for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is just going to, on my quarter note track, I'm just going to hit Command R, and I'm going to just basically copy out my, or basically repeat my quarter note idea. So this is really boring. This is basically just straight quarter notes. But you'll see now if let me just select this range here. If I start pulling these little quarter note clips down to other tracks. So let's say I do something like this. So I'm just going to put one on each track sequentially. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and throw the 32nd note in there. So let's go ahead and duplicate the 16th triplet track, and we'll call this hi-hat 1/32. The tempo's only 98, so the tempo's slow enough where we could use a 32nd note, and I think it'll sound okay. With 32nd notes, you're going to want 8 total notes, so the number of repeats will be 7 repeats. So let's play this back and see what all these sound like. Cool. So what I'm going to do is off screen, I'm going to just build an alternating pattern between different hi-hat rhythms, and I'll come back and I'll show you what I came up with. All right, so off screen, I came up with this little 4-bar phrase here. What I'm going to do is just drag over all of this and then just hit Command R to duplicate it out. So let's hear what this sounds like. Now, one of the problematic things here is we have like 6 different hi-hat tracks. When it comes to mixing, what you can do is you can group all of these hi-hat tracks sort of together on one aux, so you can process them all at the same time, as opposed to having to process them all individually. So what you can do is just drag over all of the tracks in the mixer that you want to process, all the hi-hat tracks, and then just change their output from stereo output to an available bus. So just choose bus 1, and then I've just got this one track. That's all of our that's basically the sum of all of our hi-hats together. And I can group EQ these if I want to. I can add reverb and other effects as a group this way and not have to worry about putting the effect on every single individual instrument, which wastes CPU power. So now I can just basically process these as a group as opposed to having to process them individually. So there you go. That's how you can use the note repeater in Logic Pro 10 to alternate your hi-hat rhythms in a trap beat. Very simple method to use. It's one of those highly requested videos I get all the time, but very simple to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.